Hello everyone and welcome to Go4Evolve number 42. With me of course is Grizzle Marine. We're going to be casting JSMS versus IC. We are in match number 2. For those of you curious at home in regards to what's going on, we are in now, watching live. So right now we've seen this game a couple times. We had a couple of restarts, but it's been a quick happen, no problem. Nothing really all that effective happened. We're actually seeing the exact same route coming out of Frankenstein. So like, were you expecting more of a different meta play, or what do you think?
I don't know. I think he's definitely going to go for the same route, which I think is probably a risky move, which is a bit unfortunate on that takedown. So I don't know if the Hunters are going to probably pick up on that quickly, because obviously they saw that happen before. But, you know, you never know. They might have thought he sort of double bluffed, I guess, and he might have actually taken that feeding route. So he actually might have gone downstream for all they know. But we're going to have to see if they actually do pick up. But he's going to go caves, as per usual, and probably try and get some feed on, which is slow, but it is reliable, because no birds will be let off, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if they fall for it again. It looks like they didn't fall for it this time. They immediately went up the caves when they had no path, and they split up because they want to check that, make sure they have good sight lines, get full vision of it, and they just don't want to worry about anything to deal with Frankenstein's sneakiness.
So yeah, he's definitely sneaked out. He likes to use his decoy in order to get away, but I think they have picked up on it. Definitely Sonny coming on with the boost. LV heading through.
Yeah, and ability-wise, we are seeing the same. We have 1 Warp Blast, 2 Decoy for Stage 1. Perk-wise, we have movement speed. Damage reduction on both Jesus and LV. Reload on Cerber, which means more damage and more poison darts. And, of course, we have Jetpack Recharge on Tentuki, so he's going to be able to effectively block for his teammates. So we're going in now. They're trying to get him into this corner. Decoy's used to try and get a little bit of space, which is exactly what you want to use Decoy for at Stage 1. You want to use it to kind of get yourself into a position so that you can burn your traversals. You don't want to use it, like, it's not as effective in combat.
Okay, did go in for a quick strike, try and go on the assault, but not much happened anyway. The Trapper doesn't seem to be around, so Frankenstein is going to move on. Probably try and make sure that he is ready for Stage 2, because I guess that's one thing you do. Oh, and the dome is down, which I didn't really realise. Wow. So he's probably going to put up for as much mitigation as possible here.
Yeah,
make sure that
he's going through right now, and they're going right after the decoy, so that was a great job by Frankenstein to help him mitigate. Tentuki is right now just trying to find a good spot. They know he went over this side. They're going to throw out that Toxic and boost up Tentuki, so he'll be right in with the flames, making sure that he is unable to decoy in the future, and they're going to start melting away through that armor, and he's going to start building that up. Just going right up, just kind of playing Ringer on the Rosie at this point and trying to keep himself up.
It's a bit frustrating when you get domes like that, because you've got to try and look out for them loops, but then again, you want to try and, you know, there's always the chance that you are going to get that little bit of health damage down at Stage 1, even if they do mitigate, but, you know, it can be quite hard with that decoy, and that's exactly what Frankenstein is going to be doing, to try and make sure that he throws off the assault and tries and saves his health for Stage 2, which he seems to be doing a pretty good job of. Again, yeah, bring around the Rosie.
He's just trying to keep himself up at this point, just looking to get himself protected. Hunter's doing a great job shooting up and getting a large amount of damage. They're just now breaking armor, though, so they only got a little bit of health out of this. So, overall, they didn't lose anything, but they didn't really gain much either. They got through the armor and got a little bit of chip. So
again, still a 50-50 situation. So, as long as Frankenstein is quick, he's probably going to try and get that feed on and then go straight for that stage. Because if he doesn't, then he might be in a bit of trouble if they do catch him straight away as he's staging. But he's going to be going to sort of other side of the map towards water.
Yeah, and
getting this map.
He's going to be going straight down. He has the full evolve meter now, so it's one of those things you have to make your choice of where you're going to be evolving. This is a Sunny composition, so if you don't get your space quick enough, you're going to be in for some hurt, because Jesus is going to be boosting LV and boosting Cerber to make sure that it's constant damage is going to be done. However, that was cute. Did you just notice that in there? He used the decoy, wrapped himself behind the tree stealthily, so they don't know where he went.
Well done.
And there he comes, spotted out by Tentuki.
Dome's probably still on cooldown just for a little bit longer, so he has got some time, but I think he'd be very lucky to be able to get this stage with, unless he does a very good juke, I think he'd be very lucky to get the stage without the dome coming down. That's definitely what they're looking for right now. They know where he is, they're just waiting for that stage, and to make sure they can try and get as much sort of health down as possible.
Yeah, he does have full armor, dome's ready, so they're at that posturing point where it's between LV and it's going to be Frankenstein's choice in regards to where this dome takes place. They're kind of revealing Tentuki's trying to get that good spot line on him, trying to get revealed. Oh, and he was able to stealth pass. They're going to see the decoy, and there is the outline from Gobi, so it's going to be hard for him to sneak past this at this point.
Definitely. He's just going to have to hope that the dome is in his favor, which should hopefully be the case. If he gets him in a nice and close position, which down in the depths there he actually might do, So it depends whether the Hunters are going to sort of play through that and decide whether they're actually going to go down for him. But they're definitely just sort of, you know, letting, sort of standing back saying, okay, you're going to sit down there, we're going to wait for you, and out he comes. So LV's heading straight off with the boost. Dome comes down, and the fight begins.
Yeah, the one thing to note is that this does have a nice little posture in here, so it's got a good position for him to mitigate. Also has some food in here too, which is going to be great, so he can throw up that decoy whenever he wants, in order to grab an extra bit of armor or two if he's able to stay invisible. So that's something to keep an eye on. Like that toss grenade is going to slow that down, so he has to pull the Hunter team out of this corner and wrap around. Oh, he has another loop here.
He has a very large area to play in here. This is quite unfortunate, Dome. Maybe, I mean, personally on my sort of thoughts, I would have actually waited until the stage, or waited for a sort of a dome that possibly could have been swung in their favour, but here they are going to have some trouble being able to get damage on him. But then again, they are melting through his armour pretty decently, and they might just get a little bit of health down. He actually is struggling to find places to hide, and hide is right in there. And the good thing about Sunny, of course, is obviously get the boosting the assault around, making sure that they get as much damage down as possible.
Speaking of which, we just saw Taduka get boosted right in at Frankenstein, and out comes Frankenstein. How to get rid of an ant? You just go in and throw some fire in the hole. Oh man, going in though, we have Frankenstein trying to get on the run. He's going to try and get this quick meat that he had already prepped up, but he doesn't have any time. LV's right on the rear, shooting up those quick shots, maximizing those damage output.
Oh, Frankenstein going for the pounce. It does miss. He's going to try and see if he can get anything down the Trapper, which unfortunately he won't. He definitely needs to get those extra points in stage 2 if he's going to do any strikes. Again, he's using his decoy to his advantage, trying to throw the Hunters off. He's probably now most likely going to go for the stage, as he is ready, I do believe. And then hopefully he can actually then start to throw some pain back at the Hunters. But he hasn't lost much, so again, it is, you know, a sort of 50-50 situation. He's probably going to go up to Caves.
Right? So Wraith is one of those few monsters we've seen time and time again survive with nothing.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for the Caves. Probably going to sort of get a nice stage on in here. Nice safe place to stage up. No risks from anything in there. And he's got hopefully some food he can quickly feed on before the Hunters come in for a next thing. And there he goes. We have to see what he puts in here. I wonder if he's going to go through the same build he did last game.
I don't know. It's saying the 3 Warp Blast, and I don't know if he's going to... he did actually pick up Abduction, so... He is going to be using that this game. He's going to see how it goes, and hopefully it'll work out in his favor. Last game, it was extremely punishing for him to use that abduction, and by last game, I mean like this match, because it was restarted a couple times. So, we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to...
get out.
Go ahead.
No, I'm still talking there, sorry. Just want so the dome's probably still on cooldown, but they are going to be close. I'm just wondering if they're going to try and close him on this in these caves. Which might be a good idea, but at the same time might be quite bad, because an enclosed situation with the Wraith might not be a good idea. But he has definitely got his feed on here. I need to be able to see his armor, but he's going to be moving out of caves.
Yeah, so we're going in. We do actually see... Oh, he just doesn't want any of it. He's going straight on LV. He wants some of it, but Dome's thrown right before the Warp Blast hits the wall. And he did try and stutter LV from being able to throw at that Dome, but alas, they were able to do it, and they did get the Dome they wanted, which locks the caves and gives him nothing to hide in. This is going to be a rough spot for Frankenstein, but he needs to be able to... Oh, that's nice. Look at this.
Oh...
Nice little hole down there.
Yeah, little couple. Oh, he's going to go for the shield drone. That's something you have got to watch out with Sunny, because you know she'll just keep placing those down unless you get rid of them. But he's going to go straight on Sunny. Make sure that she does not put another one of those down, because those can be extremely frustrating, especially if you leave them up. But Rogue Val is doing a fantastic job of keeping them up, and I think he's realised that he needs to get back, put a decoy out, and look for another opportunity.
Well, that's the power of that reload is what we heard there. You just heard pow, 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 quick 3, and then another 3 quickly followed from a Cerberus, and it's just a good amount of damage coming out of Rogue Val. You essentially have, like, you know, another half assault right there with Rogue Val being picked up if you run reload. The damage output is definitely exceptionally high for a medic.
Again, nothing's really swinging in each way. Hunters are doing a good job of trying to keep the damage down, but then again, Wraith isn't taking a huge amount of damage, and Dome does come down. So Frankenstein has got away, didn't get any, so again, no trades, so...
There were a couple charge shots, so they were able to burn through almost an entire, like almost a bar and finish off that first bar. So right here, we do see that, yeah, and there's the last charge shot finishing that up there. So they got through, like, they finished up the first bar, but ultimately at a stage 2 monster, you want to get a little bit more than 1 bar. You're looking at like 2, 3, maybe like minimum. And it's something that we're going to have to note and see how that affects stage 3 as we're looking in. But Tentuki right now is in hot pursuit, just being able to break up. He actually gets shocked by a Mammoth Bird, and the Mammoth Bird actually also blocking the abduction. So I guess that's a good trade. Get shocked by the Mammoth Bird to have it blocked for you.
Just love them Mammoth Birds, you know. Just absolutely love them. Who doesn't?
So yeah, right now we're just seeing Frankenstein just spinning his camera like a maniac, trying to get as much vision as possible and spot up everything that he can. Here comes the Warp Blast, so connects on 2, plus the shield drone goes right in, hits Jesus, abducts him right down to low ground. Actually makes him have to cloak early, which means that he's going to be in a rough spot to try and make sure he gets that. He does actually reveal him because of the Rogue Val. Heal gun is actually bouncing right to Jesus. Jesus is getting low. Jesus has got to stay alive at this point, getting healed up, but not quite enough. Frankenstein gets the first strike of the game, going on Jesus, and he's going to have to try and get a second one at this point, or he can leave, which is what he's choosing. He's choosing to leave. He's like, you know what? I got my strike. I'm going to... Oh!
Misses! Don't misses! Oh, dear. That is going to be one unfortunate thing. Oh, dear. That was definitely a very good opportunity for the Hunters. So it definitely did go out in Frankenstein's favor. He didn't take pretty much any damage, you know, maybe a tiny little bit. Nothing that's going to affect him. But, you know, Crow, I guess, good thing is you can keep chipping away at that. But he has got a down penalty on the support, which, again, is going to be very good. So, unfortunately, Jesus... Although he's been resurrected, he has got that penalty, which is going to go in his favour. But, you know, still, again, isn't anything that's going to completely corrupt what's going on in the game. Hopefully, will still become a fair fight. Oh, but he does go straight back in. He's going for Jesus. He wants that second down penalty. Rogue Val's going to try and deny it. He has cloaked. Jesus has cloaked. He doesn't know where he is, but he's trying. Oh, he's so close. He's going to go. Oh, Jesus just getting away. Assault coming in to be able to stop Frankenstein from doing any more to poor old Jesus.
Does spot on those, spots the jetpack, goes straight in for the abduct, trying to get the finish on Jesus. Someone save Jesus. He's on the low ground, a Warp Blast coming in for the finish. Cerberus going to be able to pick him up quick, but that's some painful time for Jesus.
Now that. Oh, but Dome does come down. So, you know, again, it's a bad situation because Jesus, unfortunately, does have those 2 penalties. But Wraith has got a little bit of food on, surprisingly. So, actually... might still go in Frankenstein's favour, but hopefully they should be able to melt through that armour really quick and try and get that health down to try and return what they've done. But it does look like Frankenstein definitely wants to mitigate here. Wants to try and avoid the Hunters as much as possible. Assault coming in. Jesus dancing around, trying to avoid it as much as possible, but Gas Grenade comes in, which is going to flush him out. It is quite an enclosed space to be in, but then again, being the Assault and you have your personal pop, you should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, he's just looking to mitigate this point. He wants to try and take as little damage as possible, and it's just going to be a little all over the place. He's just trying to Warp Blast around, abduct around, trying to get some food wherever he can sneak in an armor or two. He wants to try and change how much damage he takes. So it's just really exceptional to see his ability to mitigate in these domes, which are really, you know, he started that dome with 0 armor, ended it with 2 armor, almost 2.
So definitely this game is going way better than his Kraken. Don't know what I'm saying today. Definitely going better than his Kraken game. So hopefully he should be able to return this. I don't know if the Hunter's going to return this. Hopefully they will return some pain because they've got a decent amount of damage on, but he still hasn't got stage 3 and he is ready to stage. So I'm just wondering whether he's probably going to go for the stage here. He's got a comfortable situation here. He's got nice 2 down penalties on Jesus being the support, and he is going to go for that stage 3. So I wonder if the Hunters are going to go for him or they're going to go set up somewhere that's going to be to their advantage. But it does look like they are going to continue towards him and try and see if they can get back as much as possible. Oh no, but they are heading back.
Without fail, as soon as you say something, they change it.
They just change their mind completely. Okay, they are going to go back to the relay. They are going to set up and wait for the Wraith to come to them. But definitely going to have to concentrate on keeping Jesus alive. That is going to be very, very important to them because if Jesus goes down, then the medic is going to have a very hard time.
Without fail, caster problems. Say something, team does the opposite just because you said it.
Bad. Yeah.
Oh, 1 second, we're showing everything. Oh yeah, we're chasing him right now. Oh, you said we're chasing him? Alright, we're going to go back now. Too funny. I guess they wanted to see exactly how far, like, if he was within that distance so they could kind of gauge, you know, if he was there, but they didn't think...
definitely realised that. They probably thought, yeah, well, at the end of the day, by the time we get there, he's probably going to have enough armour, and we're probably going to be in a bad situation to fight him, so we might as well go back, set up where we feel comfortable next to the relay, and then hopefully can do as much as they can. But, you know, Frankenstein isn't a very good situation here, but, you know, as long as the Hunters play it well, they could perhaps do something. You've got to remember that Crow's always chipping away at that health. So, you know, if he doesn't keep that health up, and Crow has a little bit to get through, then, you know, it could be GG. But, you know, Frankenstein's got a good, comfortable situation here. He's going to be going straight in.
And who does he go for? He's going straight on Jesus. He wants to take out the Prophet. And Jesus is cloaked. He's just swinging, trying to see if he's back there. Here comes a Warp Blast. Connects on the shield drone. Doesn't hit on LV, though. Who's going to be dodging it with her jetpack right at the last second there. Tentuki's in the rear. It's burning away. Trying to find Jesus, who's just about to run out of his cloak right now. He's just sitting here. This is the man of the hour right now, trying to keep alive. And cloak is gone. And an instant abduction coming in. Going straight in for the finish. Supernova use. Everything getting burned. Trying to keep Jesus alive. However, Rogue Val, not the best at keeping teammates alive. Good at damage, not so much at healing. But going in, we got LV throwing out the dome, locking in Frankenstein in the cage. But who's really locked in this cage? Is it Frankenstein or is it the Hunters, as they're just being rocked around like hurricanes as Frankenstein just goes in and out like he wants?
Well, LV goes down. So the medic and sort of Assault going down. They do get LV back up, which I guess is good, but, you know, they're getting their penalties down, which isn't going to be useful for the Hunters. He's probably going to go and take as much advantage as he can because Dome is down. Probably try and get as many penalties down before Jesus does go back in. But he's not. He's actually going to do exactly the opposite of what I said. Again, probably going to go back, get some more armor on, and then go back in for that fight. But I think he's just waiting to see if he can get an abduction here.
Yeah, he's just trying to see what he can get while he has armor, because LV is there. If he can, he wants to remove LV, get another strike while they do not have Sunny. In the meantime, I agree with this decision. He needs to armor up in full and just fully commit to an engagement. He can't just kind of dipsy-doodle on the edge, and because right now the next engagement's going to probably have a dome. LV's been pretty quick on the dome trigger, so you got to be ready to fight if you're going to be going in. He has 50 seconds plus dropship time, right? Because it's 50 seconds till dropship gets on the way, right?
Yeah,
so you have that extra time.
Definitely. And that's that one frustrating thing when you're in the dropship and you're like, oh, just let me in! Like, I don't know if anyone has that same feeling, but you're just
Put
like...
me in the fight, Captain!
I wish they added the time on to the dropship actually where you drop in, because it can be so frustrating when, you know, it says dropship's in, but, you know, you got those extra few seconds where, you know, the Hunters are sort of sitting there waiting for the bloody doors to open.
Yeah, like, you know, like up here where it says dropship in, it should be like the ship, and then it'd be like the parachuting in should have a timer saying, like, when they're going to land. But I guess that would be a little bit too much for monsters, then they could time it a little easier.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But I don't know. We're going in right now. We're almost at stop time. We're almost at the full 20-minute timer duration. This is already turning out to be a long match. We have Warp Blast being put in, going right on Cerberus. LV's getting juggled around the pillar, trying to keep them alive. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Needs to wait a couple seconds before finishing anyone off. There you go. Next dropship, which means anyone that gets finished off and put down is not going to be on the ship that's landing in now. They're going to have to wait till the next one. As they're going in, LV is actually already getting to get grabbed and put into the ground, which means that, oh no, there you go. Cerberus wasn't quite able to get it. Wasn't sure if he's going to be able to keep up.
LV does go down.
Going and trying to get the pickup on LV. They're going to have to use everything they can to get him off that body. That AoE healing, though, from Rogue Val is going to be able to get the resurrection on LV, which means Dome's going to be available. They're already through armor at this point. Oh, he had to burn the heal burst, which means that they're not quite able to get the pickup. Needed to hold on for a couple more seconds. And there you go. LV's up right now.
So, well, Val goes down, though, which is from the Dome does come down. That's a pretty ballsy move, to be honest, in this situation. I don't know. Well, I guess they are actually quite through his... I didn't realize, actually, they've got completely through his armor. So, as long as they try and get some hardcore damage down on here to maybe perhaps make him move and go back and get some more armor, it is going to be down to LV to be able to try and get those sort of pick shots. But, you know, Assault's doing a good job here trying to get the health down as much as possible. LV's trying to get healed up as much as possible, Rogue Val, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
Going right in. Here it comes. LV's gone. You can't heal a corpse unless you're Jesus. And, of course, fortunately, this is not the right type of Jesus. Needs to be a Lazarus Jesus, not a Sunny Jesus. But we're going to see Frankenstein. He lost a lot of health on that engagement, though, even though he got a lot. He got 5 strikes.
Yeah, no, he got a lot of strikes. But that's one thing that I was mentioning, though. If the Hunters, you know, keep this... I mean, although he got a lot of strikes down, you know, you've got Crow on your team. He's still quite a lot to chip through as Crow, but, you know, perhaps if in the next engagement, for whatever reason, they can get through that armor, can get that little bit more health down, just so Crow can keep working at it. It still could go back in the favor, but at this point, it is definitely in Frankenstein's favor, and he's gonna, you know, it's gonna be quite interesting to see how he perceives this. He is gonna get some armor back up, and he's gonna go straight back in for that fight.
Yeah, so he's ready to go. He's almost full armor. He'll be fully regenerated by the time he goes in. But still, we're at 1:36 left on game timer. It is stop time, and what I mean by that is as soon as combat's initiated, round timer will stop. So as soon as damage is taken by either the Hunters or the monster, it's going to go. But he goes right in, wants Cerberus, goes in for the stealth pounce, doesn't quite get it, sees Jesus. Jesus instantly cloaks. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Jesus did not want it. Abduction on Cerberus. Cerberus going to grab. Shield drone redeployed. Here he goes. Supernova being put in. Wants Jesus. Like, look at that swinging. He wants Jesus.
Completely down. He wants them down.
Cloak is used, trying to heal up Jesus. Trying to get him resurrected. Here comes the abduction for the finish, though. Doesn't connect. Oh, no. There it goes. Gets the abduction. Pulling it back. Where are we going? As we're just getting bounced around. And here comes the Warp Blast for the finish. Shield drone actually keeping him alive. Getting its cash value. 20 seconds till next dropship. Jesus is down. I repeat, Jesus is down.
Jesus is down.
Going in for Cerberus. 14 seconds left. Needs to go in and grab. Unable to land it, though, trying to push himself around.
Oh, he's going to be getting through that health. Oh, what's happening? Oh, no, please, no. Okay, they're going to have to wait. Unfortunately, that's just a bug with Wraith. I think they are going to they're just going to wait until hopefully that fixes, which it has done.
There you go, perfect.
So, he's going to go in for the finish. And
heal burst is used.
This is going to be very tight because I think Frankenstein's going to need to think about running at this point because Crow's going to be coming back in and he's going to be doing those, LV's going to be doing those picks. He's got low health, but unfortunately here we are in a bit of a sort of
and he's going to have to disengage at this point. Trapper's about to reinitiate at this point. He wants to get the strike on Cerberus, though. Trying to get the finish on there. Is going to be avoiding using his abductability. And there you go. There's your strike. Get out, Frankenstein.
Oh, he's not.
Too late.
The dome comes down. Oh, no. This could be a really bad situation for Frankenstein. He's got nothing. He can't get any health on here. He's going to find it very hard to mitigate in this dome.
And he's just posturing right for the end of it. And he's just displaying, I'm the Wraith. Rawr, I can spin around in a circle.
And that is it.
Dome's down, caught in the dome right at the end. If he got out there, that would have been a totally different ending. It just really comes down to that timing of LV landing and throwing that dome, being quick on the trigger, knowing that her team needed that dome, and knowing they can do it. But if we look at their hunt, like the health, just look at them depleting. It's just going flat lines all over the place. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, all over the place. And, he might as well just go bowling because he's just getting strikes for days.
That just goes to show that, I thought Frankenstein definitely had that in the bag there. Yeah, but, it's surprising how quickly things can turn around if done properly, which they did very well there, so good job to JSMS, which has given them round 2.
Yeah, so it does make the score currently into a 2-0 on this side. We'll wait and see if we can get an update on the other side. In the meantime, guys, those of you that are regular viewers and you guys have clicked that follow button, been here a few times, this is where we do a quick fading fit out for the sake of editing. With me, of course, is Grizzle Marine. We're going to be casting more games today. We have more games coming. So if you're in the VODs, keep going in that playlist. It'll keep playing, and you'll have more games coming at you. But in the meantime, quick fading fit out for the sake of editing, and have yourselves a blast and stay tuned.